The FDA is days away from a critical decision that will affect 84 million Americans who receive the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines. An advisory panel will meet today to discuss boosters for Moderna recipients. They will meet again tomorrow to talk about J&J. The agency typically issues decisions within a few days of holding these advisory committee meetings. And joining us once again is Dr. Salim Surani. It's so good to see you this morning. Dr. Serrani, you did send me a new study. It's about J&J. Those who receive the vaccine are better off getting the Pfizer or Moderna boosters. My question about this study is it only looked at 450 people. Is that enough to make a decision as big as that one?
Good morning, John Thompson. Good to be here. Well, the power of this depends on what is the outcome looking. So again, we haven't looked at all the numbers, but again, based on the outcome we are looking, that should be a good enough sample size. But one of the key thing is that a lot of the countries and a lot of the folks have been using mix and match for a long time. We never even had the data that what is the antibody level is going to come on with the different mix and match. And we know that a lot of the folks have got in India and UK, they have started with AstraZeneca, and then they realized that the messenger RNA-based technology vaccines were protecting them much stronger. So they actually got a second jab with the messenger RNA-based vaccine, even though the first one was the adenovirus-based vaccine. And same thing has happened in different part of the world. But what we needed was a one study to see if we give the same jab, or if we alternate with a different jab, are we going to get a better response? And this study at least helps to form the thing that somebody who has taken a adenovirus-based vaccine like Johnson & Johnson, you can switch to Moderna or Pfizer, and their antibody responses were significantly better. But on the same time, the Johnson & Johnson has also given a booster of their own vaccine, which shows a significant improvement in the response too. This really also addresses the second question, is it safe to mix and match? Because that has been happening and nobody knows what is the data, because when you have a vaccine shortage globally, people tend to get whatever the vaccine is available first, rather than choosing what they can have because there's nothing to choose from. So this also helps that the side effects, which is the key thing when you mix and match, were not seen. In one or two patients, they have a vomiting, which was a minor side effect. So that's a very good news. Yes, if you have taken one vaccine, and if your country doesn't have the second booster of that specific vaccine, do you want to wait for another 3, 4, 5, 6 months to get a second dose, or you can get a mix and match vaccine? So that's a very good, important information, which most of the people across the globe are doing already. And now we have some evidence to point in that direction.
And I know the more evidence that comes in, the better we'll be able to assess what's necessary and what's not. Dr. Serrani, always a pleasure, sir. Thank you so much for waking up bright and early to be with us. You are a fixture here on our Tuesdays and Thursdays. So with that said, if you have a question for Dr. Serrani, send us a text at 361-855-6397.